All right, some more fun thoughts. Create the media you would like to see manifest in the world. So there's no like right or wrong way to do the media, but there's ways that you could do it which is like entertaining to you. Also, okay, so Ting, y'all doing watching this, right? There's strength in connect. Like, actually the reason why I'm so passionate about marketing is that, like, I don't know, I think it's like a well, I get, okay, so my passion for marketing, maybe let's see what the ChatGPT thinks. Fuck up the world. Let's see. Yep. Eric Kim marketing. Fucking sucks. Kim marketing. It's the next thing I need to do. Yeah, whenever I have thoughts, I'm just gonna put it up there. Eric Kim marketing. All right, while I was thinking, let's do some thoughts. Oh yeah, so the thought is marketing. Yeah, I guess it's so lucky I studied sociology and marketing, because I mean, I didn't study marketing, I studied sociology. It's because yeah, I think the honest truth is that it seems like 99% of success in today's world is marketing, branding, etc. I mean, branding is essentially marketing 2.0, right? Branding. But my critique of branding is that, you know, you brand your cattle. You want to brand yourself? No, you want to be free. I'm not branded, right? And actually, like super sad things, right? You know how during the Holocaust, why did they call it the Holocaust? That's another thing I'm kind of curious about. So nowadays, whenever I'm curious about something, I just ChatGPT it. Let's see. Holocaust etymology. Because the reason why this is important is that oh yeah, so the reason why branding is not a good idea. Like even during the Holocaust, the prisoners, the POWs, the prisoner concentration camp peoples, right? They would brand the Jewish people with the Juden Star of David thing, and that's like and also like actually literally brand them with fucking iron with the numbers. Yeah, this terrible. And I'm not 100% sure, but did IBM help the German Nazis and Hitler categorized with the shipping of Jewish people in the freight trains? Yeah, and actually a super formative thing. Okay, so I learned Holocaust, whole burned, disaster, okay. Marketing innovator, oh wow. Yeah, just use the basic ChatGPTs, no custom instructions, because that kind of gets you thinking on small rabbit holes. All right, so some more thoughts I had. Why are people so anti-Jewish, Holocaust deniers? So I guess the good thing about being Asian American, America is born and raised, Costco hot dogs and stuff like that, is I mean, obviously America is super racist to everybody, and everyone's low-key scared about being labeled as something else. Like even who's the OG settlers? What? Quakers, the British tea colonist peoples, who was not considered quote white. Polish people, Eastern Europeans, Germans, they call them the Krauts, Irish people, anyone with a mixed something last name or a whatevs. You know, Eastern Europe, like even West, even Europeans, right? Like Italians, not right? And what happens is, how does one become quote white in America? Essentially, if your heritage has lived in America for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 generations, you's considered quote white. I mean, obviously there's some physiology things. It's like your facial morphology, you know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the way your face looks. Obviously it's like if I tell somebody I'm white or I'm black, obviously they're gonna roll my eyes and not take me seriously. Did someone already trade in a Supra? Or is it brand new? $55,000, so expensive. Not even stick shift. Boo earns. Okay, another design critiques. This is cool, right? These kind of like fake things here, super ugly. Fake things here, ugly. Yeah, don't do nothing, no fake. I'm actually kind of into the new. Oh, look, this is same Prius as mine. Huh. I'm actually really into the new Toyota Crown. This is actually where I think Toyota did something pretty interesting and ballsy, where they made kind of like a sedan on steroids, and they had this Max thing. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I have no idea how the technology works. And also the new Prius. This is why one never gets a black car in LA. To keep this thing washed is an effing nightmare. And yeah, just any sort of plastic things is super ugly. Yeah, actually, I think one thing I've learned too is it's like cars, like all this like plastic trim is like so effing ugly. And I mean, I still think the reason why I'd prefer a Prius over a Tesla, I mean obviously I love the Teslas, right? I love Elon Musk, is yeah, all this stuff, the longevity is gonna not be so good. I don't know how much they're gonna resell this Prius for. Yeah, so yeah, so the general thoughts with yeah, I remember I was talking about what were we talking about? Oh, okay, so yeah, talking more about marketing and stuff like that, right? Marketing, ChatGPT, AI, and stuff like that. Talking about that. Oh, okay, I lost my train. Okay, we back, guys, don't worry. So, why are people so anti-Jewish, oh yeah, you don't want to brand yourself, don't put a star of like, I almost wonder if people put LV logos on themselves or Gucci logos. So that's like the new, like putting a Star of David, Judah on your chest to distinguish you in a bad way. Or just think about Dr. Seuss, the Sneetches. Got a star on your belly versus you don't got a star on your bellies. It's a good metaphor to life. And then first it becomes cool to have a star on your belly, then it becomes not cool to have a star on your belly. Yo, Dr. Seuss, original Velociraptor. Trust him. Yeah, look at why a lot of people trading in the old school Teslas. $30,000, so expensive. And actually, that's a new practical thought too, is man, people blow so much money on cars. Actually, I test drove the new Sonata. It was pretty good, but a little bit cramped too. How much does this cost? 25. Yeah, cars are so expensive. I think there's two things that Americans waste their money on: cars and homes. Like buying a home, you finna be a slave to this thing for 30, 50, the rest of your life. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years. Ain't nobody want to live in anywhere for over that long period of a time, right? And I think we've also kind of been indoctrinated by America to desire to seek to want to buy property. Even all my millennial friends, I'm born 88, 35, all my friends, they all want to like settle down, buy a house, whatevs. And the reason why I think that's not a good idea, even if you bought the house in all cash, right? Property tax is still like $1,500 a month, right? Including home insurance, blah, blah, blahs. Therefore, as a consequence, I'm like, that's just like, just pay a little more money. You could just like rent, right? But it's like, yeah, but you gotta own the property. You wanna be like, okay, so all these new like people who's trying like, oh, you know, buy property, build passive income, right? So the first thought is there's a myth of passive income. No such thing as passive income. All income must be active, right? Even quote passive income has to be managed, right? Like even if you own a bunch of property, you gotta manage the managers of the managing peoples who manage your property. So it doesn't seem like a smart idea. The fewer stuff you have to manage, the happier you're gonna be, right? The anti-management lifestyle, right? And don't become a manager at a company. Better to just be a coder. It seems like the really happy people at the Googles or whatever are the ones who've remained programmers, coders, dev people, and don't go into management. Obviously you go into management, you make more monies, but you finna be more miserable. It's like, what do you do for a living? Answer emails and go on Zoom calls. It's like not a cool thing to tell your kid. Also the best type of school for your kid, personal tutor. Think about Chiron to Achilles. Good thoughts. Anyways, so why is people so anti-Jewish and Holocaust deniers? Honestly, they're just kind of envious of their success. So I have a contrary theory. So you know, there's all these controversy theories. My better thought is, okay, the difficult thing is some controversy theories are true, some are false. Like something that definitely sounded like a conspiracy theory, but they found out afterwards, is that what I think it was true. It's like they injected some African American people in the hood with syphilis or something like that, or gave them guns, or did a bunch of super shady stuff. They actually found out that was true, but nobody cares because Americans are super racist against African American peoples. And I think people just jealous of other people. Oh, so the thought is, let us assume now moving forward, guys, let's assume all conspiracy theories are false. Okay, no fake moon landing. Yes, we did land on the moon. Just trust all the official things. Just go on defense.gov, the Department of Defense. Just trust the official byline. Now, obviously, we know that all the official byline is not true. There's always going to be a bias or a slant. Even the Governor Austin guy, the African American guy who runs the military in Americas, I guess, he also looks like he needs to work out. But even he says that America has an ironclad commitment to Israel, and then Hamas is a terrorist group. I think that's what they said. And yeah, I mean, obviously you read in between the lines, it's super obvious is that, you know, America's dominance comes from her military powers in the world, and the reason why America wants to align themselves with Israel is because it wants to have a strong foothold in the Middle East, Near East, and stuff like that. So yeah. Also fun fact, you want to be safer, drive with your kid as little as humanly possible. Better to walk with your kids. I've seen some pretty bad accidents here in LA. And also the worst too is that, like, use the ultimate safest driver in the world. Someone rear-end you from behind, use F, right? So minimal driving lifestyle seems to be a good one. And yeah, so I think, why does people care for conspiracy theories? I think people want conspiracy theories to be true because they're kind of miserable with their lives and they want somebody to cast the blame on or scapegoat. But I don't think this is a good strategy in life. The second thought too is the reason why you shouldn't trust the internet, don't trust Google, don't trust DuckDuckGo, whatever's. Sooner or later, you're finna fall into a conspiracy website theories or like YouTube videos, right? And there's gonna be a lot of weird stuff. So I would say, don't trust nobody, nothing, not even talking to people. Just study old school history, study Tacitus. So the only information that I trust about like a critique about Jewish people or Judaism or Judah or whatever is reading Tacitus' histories, book 5 on the history of the Jews. Beyond that, don't trust no modern day nonsense and critique. And also I think that like people who care too much about politics, I mean, I've always believed this, right? It's like so superficial, like you know, you're critiquing America's intervention on X, Y, and Z. Okay, sign up for the military, go do something about it, right? So that's my personal thought, is one must have skin in the game in order to actually do something about it, right? So even Nassim Taleb has a good thought, is that like, you know, all these congressmen and congress people, whatevs, if they're gonna say, America, let's go to war to Afghanistan or whatever, they must have at least one blood person, child, nephew, niece, or something that's actually going to be on the front lines. Even like I think Napoleon, Alexander the Great, they're always on the front lines of any of their battles, so at least, you know, they got the skins in the game. So the suggestion is, never give advice or suggestions if you haven't actually done it yourself. So the reason I recommend Bitcoin, you know, cryptos, whatever, is like I'm 100% committed in it. I got at least a Lamborghini Aventador worth of Bitcoins. Last time I checked. Also, don't never check your assets, because emotionally, I know I'm pretty fragile. I get too emotionally caught up on it. Oh, also another thought too, I wonder if income is actually overrated, because income's only for Slaves, S-L-A-V-E-S, where you get a paycheck. Real entrepreneurs, real people don't get no paycheck. Even Steve Jobs paid himself, what, a $1 paycheck when he was re-CEO'd. I thought that was a pretty hilarious flex. Even Elon obviously doesn't. Like, what does one really want as an entrepreneur? We want greater health, work out more, sleep better, etc. tend to be better goals. We don't care for material trappings. And this is actually the thing too, is that, like, once again, to quote Nietzsche, the more things you own, the more things own you. And everything you buy or get or stuff like that has to be maintained. It's like so annoying, right? Like, you buy a new Tesla, right? Let's say you get a Plaid or whatever, you're still gonna have to charge it, right? Let's say you have a home charger to do it. I mean, I guess that's cool too. But then sooner or later, you're gonna have to replace the tires, the brakes, the window wiper fluid, etc. So rather than adding things to our life, seek to reduce.